We have here a phone company that is at the brink of bankruptcy. We are already in the red. After 10 million minus, we will be bankrupt. Our latest phones have been making small profits, but they're not selling too much. We started the company off as the scam company, selling scam phones that were crazy expensive, but the strategy did not work out. So our job is to turn this company around. So we start by developing a new series of phone, which will be the good phone, and this will be the good phone 1. What we need for good phones is a good value for what we get. So we're getting the top of the line processor. Maybe we can even get it for a bit cheaper. Yes, Qualcomm accepted our offer, so we get it per unit a tiny bit cheaper, which will hopefully at the end of the day help us. We already got a deal on the Android. We're going to add all the upgrades we can, because at the end of the day, this is what the consumer wants from us. We can add better memory size and memory clock. These upgrades we haven't unlocked yet because it would also cost us money to unlock them. We're going to add a charger into our phone, and our phone will come in, well, a fire red color. That's great, with some gradient and not the smartphone title. We don't want it there. So we're actually putting thoughts into the design. No backlight, no box colors, and that's it. So we want to create a good value phone. Before we sold all our scam phones in this area. So now we are going to sell them at roughly 180% markup. So we're trying to create good value. Well, maybe do it even better. Let's try to build a budget phone at 140%. That way we're really going to create a great product, and we hope this will turn our company around. So we currently have 8 employees, and these will be working on turning this product into a reality. Our old scam phone 2 is now becoming more popular, but it's doing like 80k per day. It's not really doing much, but we have a new phone that we have ready to be released. But the issue is we don't have money to release it. Can we take a loan? I don't think it exists here. What we can do is stop marketing expenses. That's something we can get rid of. And I'm afraid that if this time goes over, we will have to pay rent, which is due very, very soon, which is another 2 million. Since we don't have money, apparently we cannot release this phone. So all we can do is fund a new company and hope to start the entire process all over. Let's do that. So we're going to create a new company, which is now the Good Phone Company, the Good Phone Corp, let's call it that way. And we're going to keep the spirits of the old company, building phones, but this time we're actually going to build the Good Phone 1 again, which we already built but never released. In the beginning we don't really have anything to upgrade or to do, so we're just going to go ahead and release a budget phone at a small markup, and we're going to develop it ourselves in our brick studio and hope that it will be a success. That's all we can do right now, is wait until it's developed and then release it. Hope that this company will be a bigger success than the failure we had before. The Good Phone 1 has been finished and we can release it to the market. Let's spend 40% of our budget on it and hope that people will like it. And it's okay. 6.3 rating. People like, well, they say it's outdated technology and no good camera, but overall it's an okay phone, and we hope that this will reflect in the sales. And yes, it's selling out so quickly, it is already gone. So let's get some investments into our technology to create a better phone, and we get right ahead, build the Good Phone 2, where we definitely need to create more stock. So we can do some upgrades in the visual appearance that we just bought, but everything else is nothing we can do. And maybe add a bit to the markup, because, well, the phone before just sold within like 1 or 2 days. So let's get that developed pretty quickly and take a look. So the previous phone we sold at $225 and it made a profit of almost 3 million. It was quite popular and it had an okay rating. So this is our goal to beat. It is taking quite a long while to develop this phone. So what we can do is move to a bigger office and hire some employees. Let's get in new employees. For example, Jane. Let's get her hired. Then let's also get Maria. Let's get Anthony. And that's all the space we have in our office. This should make our phone even better. But of course, it also increases the amount of overhead we have. More money will be spent on salaries, but luckily we have a new phone to release without a presentation. And let's create 50,000 copies of the phone and hope they sell as good as the one before. Oh no, people don't like it. Suddenly now people don't like it just because of why? What changed? Price categories still the same. Camera they still don't like. Technology they still don't like. But we got a fan bonus. I'm not really sure why these people don't like this phone, but we can maybe figure it out. It might be the newbie bonus, the bonus that probably this game gives us at the start. But let's still hope that it sells, and yes, it's selling quite quickly. It will probably sell out quite soon. So we did nothing wrong here. Our company is thriving. But since people complain about the camera, let's increase the camera by buying better video resolution, slow motion, and some storage for all these new videos and a memory clock speed. Let's get all that in so that the next phone we develop will be an even better success. So that's the Good Phone 3. Still the same processor, the same system here, but we have some new upgrades that we can implement, specifically video resolution, slow motion, and memory clock and storage. And one last thing, I don't think it makes a difference, but let's get the design back. Get the red color that people before wanted to do at the old company. Get some gradient in the phone. Create a home button that doesn't look too bad. Remove the title. And this is already a way better looking design. We can't change the box. Well, we can. Let's get a box like this. Hopefully people will like it more, and stick to the budget category with a 160% markup. Let's get that out. And we will create a bunch of this. We created 50,000 of the Good Phone 2, which all sold well within, well, a few days. So the next one we can create even more, since it is also a better phone. So we got the Good Phone 3 ready, developed, no presentation, we don't need to. And let's create 90,000 copies of it. Basically put all our money in one basket. We just need to hope that it sells well. And people appear to like it better than the phone before. So it should work out that all the money we just spent on it is not a loss, because currently we have 14 million in the minus with it. And we just made 5 million with the previous phone. So this is a huge gamble. Huge gamble on one phone and one technology. And it appears as though it is selling quite well. That way we can put more money into technology, and we really need to, because we need to increase the memory size. We can add a charger, we can add to the charger level, and with that all our research points are spent again. People really appear to like this phone, so only thing we can do is release the next phone with this time a new processor, which maybe we can get cheaper. Yes, we can. We can get it quite a lot cheaper, so that's good. We will save some money on the competition, and of course also increase the memory size of the upgrade we just got. I think we also got some upgrades. Yes, we can add a charger and make it 10 watts. So that's more than the market offers. And apparently this time it's an expensive phone. So let's just add 170% markup. It is because on total now this phone is way above the market because it has expensive technology that other phones don't have. That's why it's now in the expensive category, but I think it's still a really good deal. Let's hope it performs well. The Good Phone 3 for sure, it sold really well. We're up to, just in a second, probably 25 million. So the Good Phone 3 made us 9 million. It's so far our best performing phone. Maybe it's because of the red. Now we have the Good Phone 4 ready. We can release it to the world, sell maybe just 60,000 copies, because this is now, well, we have good technology. Let's risk again quite a lot. So 80,000 copies, build it, and people don't like it that much. Also not as much as the previous one before, for some reason. And the reason might be, well, price they still find okay, camera they still don't like, technology they still don't like. So we still need to upgrade camera and technology, which is something we can do with the research points we're gathering. But the camera, what can we increase? We can add stabilization, we can increase the frame rate, and we can change the camera style. But with that, all the research points are spent again, and we reached a new level, which gives us statistics. These are statistics of our company, which we can analyze at a later date. But right now, you know the deal. We need to develop a new phone, get it out there. There's now a new operating system, which we didn't get a better deal on, but we're still going to get anyway because we want to provide a good phone. We just invested into camera style, but it doesn't change anything. We can increase the frame rate, we can add optical stabilization, and they really want more cameras. That's probably why the camera rating is so bad. Apart from that, the tech, well, we need to upgrade everything but memory size. That's really what the people want, and we can probably give it to them and release this new product with the same profit margin, because, well, we can't really make it this much cheaper, and determine how many of them we buy depending on how much the Good Phone 4 sells. So it's developed, and the Good Phone 4 seems to sell out, even though it's taking a while. So we can release this with good conscience and keep it maybe the same at 70,000 copies. And the reviews are even better than the one before. So we will be fine. And we could even start spending some money on marketing, probably in some countries that have money in them that can actually spend. Maybe a bit in, well, let's focus on North America and Europe, not diversify too far. I guess in reality there would also be shipping costs and things like that. So we don't want to mess with that. And our phones are selling well. Important now, we need to wait to get more development points to buy the camera, so people will be happy. For that we need 250, and to get them faster we could upgrade the office, but it will be really expensive, the office upgrade. But we're making good money, so let's buy it anyway and get the employees in for it as well. Get some good ones in. Now we have 8 employees. We're also now spending a lot of money on our offices. Now we wait for 250 research points. Now after a bit of time that we have the 250 research points, we can finally buy the better camera and hopefully create the Good Phone 6, not 8, 6 with a really good value proposition. So the main thing that changed is just the camera. Now people are crazy happy about it. It is way ahead of time apparently, but this should help sales a lot. We're going to have 2 cameras, and that's all of customization we can do for now. And it will also make our phone really expensive, so let's keep it in this price range and hope it will perform well once it's developed. It developed quite quickly with all of the new employees. We can launch it without a presentation, put a big gamble on it, 80,000 copies, and people, well, they are okay with it, and they still don't like the camera. Something is wrong here. What is missing with camera? What else in the camera department could we add? Is it somewhere here? Cameras. Maybe they want like slow motion and portrait modes. Okay, we can give them more. But of course we need to research all that stuff. But at least, yeah, this phone is selling really, really well. Let's get some upgrades, but upgrades to clock speed, to memory size, to storage. Let's get that researched. And we also have some research points to spend on making the phone better, the screen larger, which is what people use a lot. And we can even increase the charger power. Our phone company is now looking up. Very much better than the company we bankrupted so far. We're making profit and our phones are selling fast. So what we learned is it's better to sell a good phone than a scam phone. Let's get all these new upgrades in that we just bought. Screen height, screen width. This phone should be quite popular. At least I hope so. Both cameras are quite well. We increased the memory size, memory clock and storage. So people are happy with it. Once more, we can increase the charger power to be over market rate and set the price to 190% because it seems like people buy the stuff. Since this one is also selling out quite fast. A computer exhibition is taking place. We can try it and we got some new fans, which possibly is good. I think this will make the reviews of our phones better. And let's recap. This one made 11 million, 10 million, 9 million. So it's looking up. It's looking up really well. And we are way back at the level of the scam company. This is the Good Phone 7. Let's release it with no presentation. And 90,000 copies. Let's put all our gamble on it. And they're getting bad reviews. That's not so good. Really not. Hopefully they still sell though, because we just put all of our money into this phone and it looks okay. Like it's not going to bankrupt us. So we can right away start investing into some of new technology, screen angles, smartphone thickness and screen borders. This is now all on level 3. We can add even more slow motion because why not? And that's everything spent again, which will make us head over to the last phone of this episode, the Good Phone 8. Get it in with all the best technology, all the upgrades that we have. And here are some things that people really, really like. And possibly we will make it a tiny bit cheaper than the phone before it, because the phone before is selling quite slow, even though I don't think one should expect the phone to sell out in like a few days. So we're creating it. We unlocked some camera and benchmarks so we can compare our phones to the competition, and our phones are really like top of the market and each one is getting better and better, so we have nothing to be ashamed of. One problem is that the Good Phone 7 is not really selling too crazy. It's taking a good while, but we're not bankrupt, so let's release the Good Phone 8 even before the one before sold out, and again put all of our money into it to hope to make profit. And it's getting more stars than the previous phone, so I guess it will do good. They're selling out quite quickly. And that's it for this episode. Next one we could expand into folding phones or even tablets. We will see what we do then. And we're not going to donate to charity. We don't have anything to give away. But the Good Phone 8 just made us a really good amount of money. We can give a reduction on the Good Phone 7 because we really wanted to sell out. That's it for the episode and happy gaming.